Hi, I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living. Today our guest is Kathy Vince. Hi Kathy, thank you for joining us. Kathy is a yoga instructor here at Ames Parks and Recreation, and we are going to talk about our yoga program here at Ames Parks and Recreation. We have a lot of yoga classes that are offered on our schedule. Kathy, what are some of the benefits for people to take yoga?
Well, there's probably more benefits than we have time to go over.
There are a lot of benefits.
A lot of benefits, but the main benefits are working on your balance. Nobody wants to be somebody who has fallen and get injured.
Right.
So we work on a lot of balance poses. We work on strengthening our extremities, legs and arms. We also work on flexibility, which is a difficult thing for a lot of people,
right.
but flexibility
I think
improves.
when people take yoga, that's the one thing. They want to get flexible, or they want to increase flexibility. So definitely a big reason.
Flexibility, unfortunately, is one of the slowest things to come, but you do move on that continuum. And then there's also the mind-body connection. It does an awful lot for calming you, helping you to focus, helping you to get through difficult times.
Right. Here at Parks and Recreation, we have some different types of yoga classes. We have our yoga class, which we call appropriate for all levels, and we have gentle yoga. And then we also have a yoga basics workshop, which is for people brand new to yoga. So what would be the difference between a gentle yoga class and just a regular all-level yoga class?
A gentle yoga class is going to work predominantly with stretching exercises, which are going to help with the flexibility, a little bit less on the strength building. The regular yoga classes are going to work on all of those areas, and we also include 5 minutes of arm balances, which I refer to as challenges in my class, and 5 minutes of inversions as well. So it's just kind of a step up, a little bit more difficult. I would rate it at an intermediate to advanced class.
But with the gentle yoga class, there's some care to like backs and knees and shoulders as well, correct?
Yes.
And then our yoga basics class, which we offer on Sundays, is really appropriate for people brand new to yoga who have never experienced it before. So really there's a class for everyone. We do see beginners in the regular yoga classes as well, though, correct?
Yes. And I have kind of a wide variety of background. I'm a registered nurse as well as a fitness instructor and personal trainer. So I kind of call on to all of that knowledge when I prepare a class. And the goal is to make everyone in the class comfortable and to be able to enjoy the class. So whether this is your very first time, whether you've come for a long time, or whether you have a recent injury that you're trying to work around, there are modifications that can be given during class so that it is a safe class for you, no matter what your level.
You're really good at watching your class and making sure everybody is at the appropriate level and doing what they can do and encouraging them, so, which is great. So what about men in yoga? Are we seeing very many men take yoga these days?
We're seeing more men take yoga. The nice thing about that is that men typically have stronger upper bodies. Women typically have stronger lower bodies, but yoga works a lot with core. And we all need core work.
Yes,
just
we
to
all
be
need core
healthier
work.
and safer.
Right.
So yes, I have seen an increase in men that come to my class, and the men that come to my class don't think it's easy, but they also don't think it's beyond what they're able to do as well. They feel adequately challenged.
Right, because they know where they can take it and move from there.
Right.
And with our Yoga in the Park series that we offer in the summers, we offer the free classes at the Bandshell Park, and we get a variety of yoga instructors from all different studios in Ames teaching, which is free. I think that's really helped increase the knowledge of yoga here in Ames. Do you think so?
I think very much so. I think each instructor, whether they took the same training class or not, is going to teach in a different way.
Yes.
And I think it's very important for people who want to enjoy yoga to be able to bond with their instructor. And some people bond with some people, and some people don't bond with others.
Correct.
So Yoga in the Park is an excellent opportunity to try a whole handful of different instructors from different locations in town, all at no cost. And people who know other people who take yoga at different locations have the opportunity to take the class together.
Yes, yeah. So it's really neat. It's neat to have 100 people at the Bandshell Park in the summer.
Yes.
But for now, I was wondering if you would take me through just a simple sun salutation, just to give people an idea of a flow that we might see in a yoga class.
Sure.
Great.
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
So we're going to stand at the front of our mat with feet together. We're going to inhale up. Going to drop the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and let your head drop here. Our head weighs between 8 and 14 pounds. And if we're holding our head up, we can actually create neck tension. Whereas if we drop that head, we have gravity naturally pulling down on traction as far as those muscles go on either side of the spine. It helps to elongate them. We're going to put our hands to the floor. Head comes up, right leg goes all the way back, and then left. We're going to lower our hips just slightly so that we're flat like a piece of wood into our plank pose. Make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart. Elbows are going to squeeze in. We're going to lower slowly down to crocodile pose. If people can't stop at crocodile, they lower all the way down. From here, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Hands come to either side of the ribs. We're going to lift up into upward facing dog. Now with upward facing dog, we don't ever want to crank the head back toward the hips. That puts the neck in a compromised position. So we think of taking the top of the head up towards the ceiling, elongating those muscles. From here, we're going to curl our toes under, lift our hips up and back into downward facing dog. Modifications for downward facing dog are either that your heels do not touch the ground, or you can put a slight bend in your knees when you first begin. From here, our head comes up, and we're going to walk our hands back up to that forward fold position. Once again, dropping the head. From here, we're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale to close. And take a big recovery breath in our standard mountain pose. And that's the sun salutation.
And you can really feel the warmth created just through that pose. So imagine doing that for part of an hour, because part of the hour is spent in some meditation and some mind-body thoughts as well. So great. So if you would like more information on our yoga classes here at Parks and Recreation, you can contact me at 239-5353, or check out all our programs, including our yoga classes, online at amesparkrec.org. Thank you, Kathy, for joining me and teaching us a little bit about yoga. I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living, and remember, it's never too late to get fit.